Roughly 4 years ago, I bought my first abandoned car with plans to restore it. And to be completely honest, we started off great. We replaced the front panel, the back panel, until I got this shop. And then the next thing I know, I abandoned it out the front of the shop. I think every video since then, someone has commented about this car, asking what's going on and why nothing's happened. Honestly, I don't know why. I think I just out of sight, out of mind, right? But today, I've got the keys, which means we're finally bringing the abandoned 32 into the shop to work out what it needs so we can get it running and driving on the street. Before we can do that though, I need some help. Team push assemble! Let's go! The car is so hot, we need gloves just to be able to push it.
Pretty good.
Yeah, there's no engine in it. It's actually a lot lighter than I remember. All right, turn it in. There's no diff too, so that's nice.
Work it. Work it.
Let's go.
Work it. Work it.
So I was curious. The surface of the car is 72.5 degrees Celsius.
Oh my God, we can cook.
That's enough to burn yourself for sure. That's crazy. And here it is, the project car that you wouldn't let me forget, the abandoned R32. And honestly, I'm glad you didn't let me forget this, because this car played such a special role in what my YouTube channel has become today. So it is only fair and right that we bring this thing back and do what we initially intended. We brought the Skyline inside, and looking at it, it's a little overwhelming. I honestly do not remember where we left off on this. I know that before we put it outside, we had kind of tidied up the rear fender cut. It's like where they cut the arches, but everything here is kind of just stayed the same. I know the front end has been changed. We changed this radiator support because the one that used to be in here was damaged from when the previous person took an engine out. It had been dropped on it. Apparently this car used to have like a full GTR conversion done to it. I don't know how true it is, but tons of people who knew this car previously said it had a 26 in there. When I found the car, it just had a 20 sitting in there loosely, like no engine mounts, nothing, just sitting on the cross member. One thing I do want to add is if you have an R32 Skyline and you need some of the parts that I'm not going to need for this car, for example, all of the four-wheel steering, like reservoir stuff for the power steering or the power steering pump and all that type of stuff, just let me know, because I will be getting rid of all of that and going to a much simpler setup. So if you need that stuff, I'm happy to let that go for a good price and send that over to you guys. But long story short, I don't really know where we're at. So I want to go through the car and pull everything out and then get our whiteboard and start making a list. Just look exactly same thing that you saw us do with the Cresta and every other build is we need to know where we're at and what we need so we can start ordering and figure out what's left. Ideally, I think the move is get the interior all situated and then strip off everything in the engine bay and everything on the outside, fit the aero and send it to paint and body. When it comes back from paint and body, engine, transmission and all that other stuff we put in and go from there. But I think that's kind of where we're going to be at with this thing, because it's definitely going to need paint and body work before we really start getting into the, the engine building kind of side of things. But yeah, I think you guys can gather that. But let's get this thing all stripped out, pull everything out, because I don't even know, we need to go through all the boxes that are up on the wall there, because I don't even know what parts I have. It's been so long, I have no idea what I ordered, what I didn't order, everything just got thrown in that top corner. So we're just gonna start pulling everything out and we'll make a list and a pile and see what's missing. It's official, it has a whiteboard. It's a project on the go. Let's pull everything out. I have a driver's door card that's folded a little bit and damaged from the sun. AC condenser, that's still in somewhat okay condition. We'll use that. Some OEM rear pods, I think. AC vents. Some kind of lights. These could be from the old ones that were in there. This is wild. Tons of like steering wheel surrounds. Looks like some dashboard vents, which is kind of nice, and some more vent stuff. These are Stagia fuel tank straps. These were about $60 from Nissan. Well, when I bought them, they were, I don't know, they've probably gone up like a lot now, but this is what you need so you can run a Stagia fuel tank in your R32 or S13. Charcoal canister, that's needed for shucking, so I'm glad we got that. Got AC control, climate control thing, and more interior. This is the aircon condenser. That needs cleaning. Another aircon condenser. I think this is just a spare or something. More aircon parts. I found the cluster. 73,000 kilometers on this thing. I don't know if that's from this car or another car. I have no clue. I probably should be able to look up the sales history of this car and find out when it was last registered and what kilometers were registered on it at that point. We'll find that out later when we get to that stage. So all of these boxes are for the 32. Some of it's labeled, some of it's not. Most of it just says like 32 interior, and that's it. I don't know what kind of interior it is or what, but we're gonna get everything down. This, I believe, is the wide body kit for the rear. I'll pull this down. Yep, that's what that is. This, I think, is the Stagia fuel tank. I'm pretty certain of that. Oh, this is the side garnishes. R32 body loom. Another box that says 32 body loom. Glove box and trim interior parts. Okay? This box has never been opened. All of these boxes are parts. This is the wide body fender kit. This should be okay, I think. Like, this definitely needs to be heated up. Like, look at the angle that this is at. Like, that's in the wrong direction. So it probably needs to sit in the sun on the car. It's not going to be the best fitting kit in the world, and it's going to take a lot of work, I think. But the main goal is that it covers everything. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the best fitting kit. I'm pretty sure this is just that, like, you know, AliExpress special, but it's the only wide body kit that you can get for the rear quarters of a 32 four-door. Why does no one make it? So if we can make this work, then we're sitting pretty. So I just tape that on to get a rough idea, and then this gets fixed to the door here. So when all this lines up, I think it'll look pretty good. It's not, the body lines is what I'm worried about. And as long as we can get the kit to fit better, let it sit in the sun for a bit, get a bit softer, and then we'll then stick it on. And then I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna hunt around and just see if I can find another kit though, because this really doesn't look like it's gonna fit well. And it has just been sitting in the box this entire time, but I don't know, I feel like it should be fitting better than this. Does that say drugs? Does that say drugs? I think this will be my first car that I'll put real VSKFs on. The Wagoner has VSKFs, but you know, real big boy size, like 11J, 12J or something, you know? If we have this on here, it'll look good. We'll figure it out. We'll make it fit, we'll make it look good, or we'll buy another kit that does the same thing. This looks nice. Oh, so this is all the stuff that like connects to the dashboard underneath it. So everything for like your glove box, under the steering wheel, that nice like kickboard panel and stuff. Yep, oh, look. Yo, this is cool. I literally was like, how am I gonna find one of these? It even has the little like, I think that's the little speaker thing for reverse maybe, if it's an auto, I don't know. But look, even got the fuse panel. That's huge. I had no idea where we were gonna get one of those. And that's to mount the bracket there for the bonnet release. So the fuse thing, we've got our AC vent. Okay, I'm really stoked. Finding a lot of parts that have just been stored and kept in here. Not the greatest looking glove box. It's a little scratched. It's not too bad though. A little bit of, what do you call it? Like interior restorer should bring that back. What is this though? How's that? And then this, I think we already have this part in the Skyline actually. Yeah, we do. This is like the center console surround. So this kind of like connects to the center console and then goes up and is either side of like everything that goes around your stereo and stuff. It looks like it's in good condition, so I don't think we need that piece. We've already got one. The whole piece is already there. I'm bummed though because I think there's more pieces for the glove box side of things, or maybe that's all in the dashboard. We don't have a dashboard. That's gonna be the hardest thing to find. 32 dashes disintegrate all the time. The one the Bogan 32 is destroyed from sun and cracked everywhere. To find a 32 dashboard that has no cracks, you're looking at $500 plus, and that's still kind of on the cheap end with all the bubbles and maybe screw holes and stuff. I've seen dashboards for 32s that have maybe this type, like a small bubble instead of the big bubble, selling for upwards of $1,500. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing with this car is probably just getting a bubble dash. I can't justify spending $2,000 to $3,000 on one of those brand new remanufactured ones that like Garage Active sells and stuff like that, because the GTR ones all fit in here, and that's why the GTSTs and the GTs and the HR32 ones sell for so much money, because everyone knows they can be used in GTRs as well, and there's obviously a huge cult following there, and everyone wants replacement dashes for their bubbling dashes, right? So yeah, I would love to get a remanufactured one. It's just not something I can justify spending like nearly 3K on. That's crazy money. I don't know how much they are now. I'll do some research, and I know some of the other Japanese shops are starting to sell their versions of those remanufactured dashes too. So hopefully a really nice condition one pops up and I can snag that, because if a brand new remanufactured dash starts selling for about $1,500, then that's gonna bring all the used ones down in price. And then, hey, I can put a somewhat decent one in for a good money. Anyways, that was a random rant. This is super cool. Completely remanufactured center garnish. These are like $100, brand new. At the time when I bought this, they were everywhere on Yahoo Auctions, and recently I haven't found them at all. So I think they haven't made any batches in a while. So it'd be cool to see more of these come back. But I'm glad I snapped up one of these when they did, when they were super cheap. Now this box is actually something we just acquired recently. I've been looking for this part for, I would say, like the entire time I've owned this car. I knew I needed to order this, and I think it's been nearly 5 years. And they never pop up. If ever there was only one other set I ever saw pop up on Yahoo Auctions which had the same damage that mine did. I don't even know why they bothered listing it, but who knows. Anyways, this is the surround for the doors. And this is what, if you don't have this on the car, it looks really bad, because you then end up with this weird gap above all your doors. What's crazy is the entire time I was looking for this, that damaged set that I was telling you about sold for like $400 or $500. I picked this up for literally $100, like $120 USD. So it's insane how cheap we picked this up. And Nissan stopped making them years ago, so there's no chance of getting brand new. I think the reason why I couldn't find this part is what really like made me not want to work on this car, because the car still wouldn't be finished. Like if we did all the paint and the bodywork and the build and everything, it wouldn't be finished in my brain, and it would drive me insane without this part on there. So that's probably honestly why in my head I was just like, I'm not gonna start working on it again until I find this part, and I hyper fixated and focused on that. Okay, this is in amazing condition. So the only thing we have to do is, one, the plastic needs the restorer stuff, and then we just have to clean off the double-sided tape that's on here. And this is going to look amazing. So this is driver's side. Let me show you guys. This is this piece here. This side is fine. It's just this silver part here, all the plastic's coming out, right? But this Still has all the plastic and it's still somewhat soft. So that's really nice. Dude, I'm so happy. Okay, this is the driver's side. We need to open the passenger side because that's the one that's damaged on mine. And I feel very uncomfortable sitting that on the ground because knowing me, I won't see it and I'll stand on it and destroy it. And that's freaking me out. This is why I had to find that piece. At some point, I guess the previous owner got his keys locked in the car and he literally used some kind of pry bar here on it to get the window to open enough so that he could pop the lock. That's what I'm assuming that's from, but I mean, that's what it looks like, right? Look, had to be that, yeah? Or something hit it from the outside, because I don't know if that pulled the glass out. That doesn't look like, actually that's something else, I think. Nissan remanufactured these for the 2 doors, but the 2 doors and the 4 doors are different lengths. And sometimes there'll be like listings on Yahoo Auctions or eBay saying, oh, 2-door and 4-door and stuff, but the 2-door ones will not fit on a 4-door, so you need to be really careful. Well, I can sleep tonight because this is amazing condition, better than the other side. I still can't believe though that like this plastic is still all here. Usually this all breaks off and gets sun damaged and goes silver, which is okay, it doesn't look bad like that, but the fact that it has it on there is even more of a bonus. And look at this. This will literally go right there. We just gotta clean all that double-sided tape off.
Is this cut back?
Yeah, that goes there. All the this double-sided tape has to be cleaned off. We'll have to let it soak overnight. And then we'll restore the plastic with a bit of heat and that plastic restorer compound chemical we have. And this will come out amazing. This is pretty much the last box. The other box is the same thing. But in this box is an engine harness, full body loom for the entire car. As you can see here, everything's here. Now this body loom will be probably from an auto one. I don't really care about that because I'll probably end up using an aftermarket engine harness anyways. To be honest, I don't remember the Yahoo auction listing for this, but just looking at the fuse box here, it was an auto converted to manual looking at these wires that have been sealed together like that, most likely. Which isn't an issue, that's totally okay, because the main thing is I just needed all of this to reference and go off for replacing this stuff. This stuff sat outside, it's all corroded and gross. It's probably not gonna work. And you know what? This was also auto converted too, because it's got the loop wire there. Not a big deal. So yeah, what we're gonna do is rip that whole body loom out and it's gonna get replaced with that one after paint and body. For now, probably just gonna chop it out, to be honest. There's no point, like I can't use it. It is completely trash. It's sat outside, it's full of water, it's all corroded and green and stuff everywhere. So there's no point even trying to use that stuff. It's just gonna go straight to the recycle shop and that's it. But otherwise, we've got every single wiring that we need for this car. Everything internally. I don't even know what that is. That's something. What is that? It's some kind of speaker or something. We got everything in here. Look at these other boxes. I don't even know what these boxes are. I'm gonna have to Google these part numbers to figure stuff out. But not looking forward to that headache. Well, actually, Daikie's not looking forward to that. But no, this will definitely be something we'll have to tag team together. I don't even know, man. There's so many wires and things in here. And you know what? It's quite possible that we're still missing something, but as long as we have the main wiring, then we can probably reuse a lot of the computers and the components that are inside the car. And it's still in the car, so ideally what we'll do is pull it out and replace it at the same time with this, so that way we're fresh in our minds where everything goes. I've been going through and trying to look at the car and then write down things that I see that it definitely needs. And the list has kind of been building. I just realized right now I need to get that support bar that goes between the bottom and the top of the radiator support that the bonnet latch goes onto. So I guess like bonnet latch support maybe. I'll write that down here for now. There's so many like little weird things that this car needs for it to be able to go together, like rear support bumper, inner support bumper, and then the same with the front, we need that inner support for the bumper. We need headlights, obviously. I need indicators. For some reason, I thought I had a set of headlights for this, but I went through and checked all the boxes and I can't find them anywhere, so I don't know what happened there, but I'm missing a set of headlights. I swear I bought a pair, but I don't know. This is like the biggest first world problem ever. But anyway, we'll find another pair of headlights. I don't want GTR ones. We're just gonna run the normal HCR ones. We might need to change the wiper motor, or we just paint it and figure out a way to disassemble it so we can make it cleaner because it's a little rusty, surface rusty. So I'll write here on the list here, wiper motor refresh maybe, because those are very expensive now. When it comes to your air conditioner condenser and control module, I think there's two types that they have. They have this fin type one that's like enclosed, and then they have this one here that's like aerated with all these holes and you can see components and stuff inside. I don't know if that matters which one I put in here, and I don't know where this one came from, to be completely frank and honest. Probably came with this condenser here. But all I know is, one, I need to clean this out and I need to pick which one goes in here. And I need to know if that has to be matched up with, is it either the manual climate control module that goes with that one, or is it the digital one that I need to find? If it's this one, I don't mind, because then maybe that's what this one's for. I don't know, but if you know that answer, please let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna try and do some research on these part numbers and see what's what. But yeah, this one, the plastic looks good, so we just need to disassemble it, clean the condenser, and put it back in, and we should be good. I'm just sitting in here so I can visually see everything and trigger my memory like with what we need. And I just noticed that we're missing the seat belt rack for the front seats. We obviously need to get new seats, but we're missing like the part that goes here for the seat belt clip. Now that's usually attached to like the OEM seats. So I need to figure out, I need to try and find some on Yahoo, because I think what I want to do with this car is probably go with a nice set of Bride like reclinables. I think that'll be really, really nice. But yeah, we definitely need to find those little latching clip things. So that's what I'm looking for now. Everything we have here, we just need the dash and all the stuff attached to the dash. So like all the aircon vents and stuff like that, and the ducting behind there. That's the main thing. That's probably gonna be the most expensive part, to be completely honest. Everything else is just change the wiring, spend some time, and maybe a new rear vision mirror, because the rear vision mirror we have is really, really kind of like destroyed. I can't think of anything else. Maybe a driver's side door card, because the one we have is really sad. I could probably add speakers here at the same time. Like honestly, we should be getting a door card for this too, because that's really damaged there. And like honestly, all of this is super damaged. Maybe the steam cleaner will pull it up. There's a fair bit of mold on there too, damage on there too. I'm just gonna put in here door cards, because if I can find a whole set of good condition door cards on Yahoo, that would be great, to be completely honest. That'd be the best move, because these are pretty sad looking. Had to get the car on the lift to just see what we're working with here. Man, every time I look under this thing, I'm mind blown with how good it is. It's kind of ridiculous. How on earth has this not like, I don't know how to explain it, but like the body underneath this is so nice. Look at this. Beautiful. Only surface rust is the usual exhaust things. Everything's good. Usually in these, they're all rusty in here, and this is all solid and good. Not bad. A little bit of surface there. We'll clean that up, no problem. I mean, even the seals are in good condition. It's really nice under here. A little bit here on the jack-up point, but that's usual. Like I can bend that out. Some vice grips and a hammer. Everything under here is quite nice. For how old this car is, this is actually crazy good. I'm really stoked on this thing. This definitely deserves to come back, for sure. We're gonna change everything in here. Like this is gonna get brand new lower arms. Obviously, these ones are pretty old and sad, and I'd rather not restore these and just put brand new ones on. So that's not a problem. The knuckles will all come apart. I'll change bearings too. I'll probably get new uprights. Actually, I have good uprights from the Bogan 32 that will go on this, because we're converting the Bogan 32 to S chassis suspension. I actually just got these plates in finally. I've been waiting for these for quite a while. And these, you weld into the top and they convert it to S chassis coilovers. So you can go to a McPherson strut instead of the double wishbone. So that's gonna be fun. And I can take the front end parts off the Bogan 32 and reuse them on this. So there you guys go. That's kind of the update on the abandoned 32. We've sorted and gone through everything. I know where it's at right now, and we have our list for the parts we need to order and what we need to do for next steps. First of all, I'm gonna start talking to some paint and body guys and see who I can find that's up for the job and the challenge to get that car looking great. And then with me, I've got to order a ton of parts that I thought I had that I didn't have and try to find a dash that's gonna work, that's not gonna drive my OCD insane. I don't know. I'm gonna try and see what we can find. But if you have any ideas, let me know in the comment section. I'm excited to bring this car back. And I really do think the main reason why I stopped working on the car and lost motivation was purely because the 4-door little like garnish that goes above both of the doors, and that piece that we had been looking for so long. I really think that's why, is because in my brain, I was just like, if I can't get that part, what's the point in even doing the car? Because I'm still it's not gonna be finished without that part. So anyways, we got that part. So now we can finish the car. So let's finish the car. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section. I'm curious, what is that one little thing that has prevented you from finishing an entire project like this with me? Like, same situation as me is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.